is ripping.
My tummy hurts.
Pretty good, right now.
Hey guys, good evening. It's Friday, October 19th. Market closed about 2.5 hours ago, 2 hours and 42 minutes to be exact. I'm doing some scans for Monday and back testing a few strategies, working on for you guys on some software still, trying to tweak some things. Had good luck today with what I tweaked yesterday. Anyway, yeah, overall good day. Seemed like a lot of people in the room made some money. Several $2, $3, $4, $500 hits here and there. A couple $3,000, $4,000 hits. Some people don't share their gains. Some people do. But overall, great day for a lot of people. This morning, out of the gate, we're looking at Mrna was like up there. Mrna had a really nice morning. Had a gap up there. It was it actually was running in pre-market. It started hitting on a dark pool scanner. Looking at like 265 open, ran up to 275. Those options did pretty good. It was a quick hit though. You got to be in and out of somebody's plays pretty quick. So looking at that, they opened up there about 379, ran up to $15. So again, I stress this a lot of times. You don't need a big account to make decent money. This thing, let's say you caught it at $4 or $5 even. This thing ran up to $15, and these are 5-minute candles. 10 minutes here. You're going, let's say you got in at $7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Get out of here. Make quick $500 per contract. You don't need a whole lot to make money. One thing we were watching to follow was BNTX. BNTX had a decent day. Nice little same setup as Mrna out of the gate. The 277.50s, they opened up at 220 and ran on up to 9 in the first 10-15 minutes of the day. So that would have been a really quick trade for you as well. Shopify was a really big winner today. Not too many people traded that one. Shop was, I think, number 2 on the list for breakouts. It was on yesterday. Had a really nice move in the afternoon. And today it opened up and just raged, right? It was up at $1.75, and those 17.15 calls did really well. 17.15s, they were on up. They went from $22. First run was up to 40. Second run was up to about 50. These trade very thin, so we don't actually know where they opened, where they ran to, because a lot of times I see if there's only 300 or 500 traded for the day, a lot of times up here when there's no trades, sometimes these will go $50, $60, $70 and there's not one traded. So we don't know where the bid and ask went unless they're really liquid. You can see where they traded. But when the volume falls off like this and there's only 1 or 5 or 10 or 2 or 3, you just don't know. But on the chart, what I see, $22.50 on up to $50, $51, $50 high. I mean, $50 right here. But overall, good day for Shop. Had a really nice day yesterday. Amazon was one in this morning. I said Amazon was my entry this morning. Would have been the break of the high was 37.15. Break of yesterday's high and Globex high here, 37.15. This thing ran all the way to 37.62. So really nice move on Amazon today. Flagged that yesterday. Had a bull flag breakout yesterday. I've been watching this consolidation. We tested a bunch of times. Went over this the other day. We test, fail. We had an inside bar break with no continuation on Wednesday. Inside bar break from Tuesday to Wednesday, and we tested. But as you can see, divergence was up. Momentum was already coming up here. So we are over the 8. Came down here, tested the 8 with an inside bar, bounced off it. This wasn't a huge day, but we raged here. Had a really nice day from 37.68 all the way to 3700. So, really nice move, and then a nice continuation today. If you're looking today, if you want to stay in these trades, my get out is the 246 crossover system I got set up here. my get out, you know, on your first crossover is like 37.54. So you're about 6, 7, maybe $8 off the highs on this crossover system getting out. We did trail the 17. We trailed it really nice. If you're looking at the 10-minute, it'll keep you in the trade longer, but it'll also get you out a little later. This is the crossover was 37.50. So if you're trading the 5-minute on my style candles, you're getting out at 37.54. On the 10-minute, basically getting out at about 50.51 right here. So really nice trade. Little bit of consolidation, then another move up. I like to trade out of the gate the first 3 5-minute candles or 10-minute candles here, and you know, personally on a day trade I'm out of that. I don't like holding through these dips. I just don't have the skin for it. I like to move on to another trade. Micron had a nice day. That was flagged as well. Micron was flagged in pre-market. Micron had a good day up here at 620 for the day. Finished out of the gate 79. The $80 calls went good. They went from 20 cents here. They ripped all the way up to 375 on this first run by about almost like 1 o'clock. But nice, slow, steady grind. Those are ones that are easy to stay in. Again, over here, 246 crossover, never touched until about they were at 337. So you would have got out on that first crossover right here about 83.30. 83.30 would have kept you in this trade on this system here. So, and what else? We had Intuit was real big. I had some people complaining about these trades here. So, you know, Intuit had a huge gap up here. You're up $75 in the morning. You know, you're closing down here. You get a really big move to 690. Then you're gapping up here to 720. You open up and you can instantly dump. So this was on the list. It had dark flow in the morning, but you know, you got a bunch of dark pool prints showing up in the morning. Doesn't necessarily mean to take it long. You got to see what's going on here. You know, people were profit taking here. Immediately out of the gate, there was a 250,000 sold. Then it just dumped it the rest of the day. It did have a little bounce, but it never recovered VWAP. So you got to just, you know, study your entries and study what the chart did the day before. Study your gap ups. You know, you don't want to go in and just go blind because somebody said something. So you really got to see what you're doing before you get in. Teladoc was one. Somebody messaged me they went long Teladoc. Teladoc was on the bullish flow this morning. But again, you know, had a huge sell-off yesterday. A little run up this morning in pre-market. And then a really nice run down here. If you're going on looking at the 10-minute, you had a crossover here. If you were long out of the gate, you definitely would be out of this thing at 123. So it opened at 125 or went to a high 125. Down here is your crossover. Your crossover could have even been right here, the 246, but definitely under 17. So let's say you got out $17, $1.50 loss here, 23.30s, 123.30s. So you don't want to take too big of a hit on these, especially when they're trailing under the 17. And then if you're looking at the monthly, the other thing on this is I saw a huge negative divergence on this, right? So here was your high back here. We were already turning down off the high of momentum. So this thing was negative through the zero. Another rule I use is through the zero line on momentum. I do not like being long through the zero line when momentum's shifting down. So really nice consolidation, 3-4 day consolidation breakdown with that rundown on Teladoc, and we did hit 52-week lows today. You know, GameStop popped today, had a really nice day. Inside bar break, if you guys didn't notice that, inside bar break 215.31 ran up to 230. So $15 move off the inside bar break. Again, momentum's nice here on this one. You know, it started popping. We broke this old level I had drawn out here, and we broke the inside bar. So two things lining up there, and then the momentum. So that's 3. And then what was running? AMC was running with that. AMC had a decent little run. AMC had a good little pop, and a lot of Fridays. You know, not too much on the not too much premium paid. So 39.90 here on up to 41.30. Not a huge day, but if you're trading these options, 98 cents to 232, you're trading these options on a Friday with not much premium. Again, you don't need a lot of money to make money here. So Lucid was a big one today. Lucid was really good, had a nice recovery. Had a big sell-off yesterday. We saw money flowing out of here for 2 days straight. You know, again, you had your pre-market high on Wednesday, and then you just dumped all day, and then you dumped again yesterday. So everybody took a pretty big hit on that, but most people were in this thing from $30 and $40. Some of them I think Nick's in here from like 18 or less or $17. So a lot of people in this thing pretty cheap, and a lot of people are still up huge money on this trade. But what I want to get at again, you don't need a lot of money to make money. $47.50. If you're looking at the $47.50, $48 trade, $48 here. These things opened up around 87 cents. Took off. The first run was all the way to $5. You could have been done here by 10:30 in the morning. So, you know, take a 2, 3, 4, 5 lot, a 10 lot, 20 lot. Really nice payday here. On up to $5 if you held, you know, on up to 7 towards the end, 732 high. But real easy trade there, especially if you traded this style over here on these candles. Your out would have been 457 on that. So crossover at 457. You did have a crossover here, but you want to go out after the day starts going. Let's say you go to a 15-minute candle. They did not touch. They touched here 450. You could have stayed in if you wanted over the 17 for a bullish day. If you want to stay in that trade and keep in that trade, go to a 15 or go out longer. These candles will keep you in that trade. Your entry is here. Your exit's right here, 418. Remember, the longer in time you go out, it's gonna if on the down move, you're gonna get out later, so you're not gonna make as much, but it will keep you in a longer trend if you have a longer trend. Tesla was one too. Tesla had a nice, you know, consolidation here. Nice consolidation here. You can see it. We bounced off the 17 and went off to the races. We're over volume point of control. Here's volume point of control here, 1103, 1104 area. That's a center point of control for the day, 1103.60. And we had, anytime these moving averages are really tight, I tell everybody, watch this consolidation. So watch this consolidation. If you see that, you know, 10-minute consolidation, get nice and tight, you get a nice wedge here. If you're looking at it this way, I trade these wedges. You got a real nice wedge here, and then you always come back. You got a real nice tight wedge up until about 12:30, and then what do? You break out of the wedge, you come back and test. You bounce right off the wedge, and you're off to the races. So before I went to lunch, I told everybody Tesla. Watch this thing move. 11:05, it took off all the way to 11:44. So you're almost getting a $40 move here out of that wedge. So learn to train your eyes and how you can see these wedges. Train your eyes to help you with these trades. Once you see this stuff moving, we are on the longer term negative momentum through the zero line. You go in a closer time frame, you're going to see positive momentum. So you had a nice divergence here through the zero line. On this wedge breakout, you started breaking out over the zero line. So intraday trading, I use this every day. Momentum through the zero. You bounce through the zero. You came up. You're over this high from this wedge here. You got a high here, a lower high, and a lower high. You break out. You had positive divergence here. Your divergence is up right here. So you had a high. You were back here. You had a lower high, and you're up here. So you have a positive divergence here. Learn to train your eyes to see that. And then you're bouncing off the 17 here. So real easy trade here if you're watching this style. You don't want to take it here. You don't want to take it here until you confirm over the high of day and over the volume point of control. You want to see a nice clean breakout. So we get that here. So not bad on the 1110s. I think they were 1110s. And people were trading 1110, 1120s. Let me see, 1110s right here. These things were at $2 on this breakout. On the no, the lower day was $1.99. This breakout was $5. They went all the way to $28.77. So easy money here. You can pull, you know, quick $5 or $10 out of here. And this spike was really nice. Went from 15 to 25 in a 5-minute candle, a 10-minute candle here. On the 5-minute, let's see what it did. 5-minute went from 14.82 on up to 28.39. So really nice move here on his second run. First run being here, little bit of consolidation. Nice, slow, steady grind. You know, it had a nice move there, but you know, you had 15 minutes to get in here, so you got plenty of time here. 15-minute run, another 15-minute run. So I think our entry was 11:05 or 11:07. Anyway, IWM was looking pretty weak this morning. IWM was on the list for a short. IWM, it opened up and just continued down. It recovered through to 17 here, but it wasn't real strong. It was still negative on the day. It just looked crappy. It was down. It was never positive. It was closed down $2. It just, you know, if it turned positive, it turned positive right here for a couple minutes. Right here for a few minutes. Here's your close yesterday. Maybe positive right here for a couple minutes. That's it. But I wasn't shorting it. I was watching the Qs. Qs had a great day. Qs had a really nice move out of the gate here. You know, this trade was done by 10 o'clock. Had a, you know, a big pullback and another run. That was the same thing kind of like Amazon did. Big run and then a big pullback and another big run. But you know, I don't like holding through these. I don't have a stomach for it. As a day trader, I'm in and out of these pretty quick. So again, you got to go to a longer time frame to trade them. Momentum was flowing out after this move here. Momentum was flowing out of here. Came through the zero line, so I'm not interested when it comes through the zero. Did have another bounce with another high, but you see your divergence here. You have a double high, a high, and another high, and you can see where momentum is. So if I draw this line down here, your momentum's up high on that first spike, on that high, and then look at where your other high is right here. Momentum's down, so you have a negative divergence, and then look at the dump. So always follow this momentum, use it as a lead indicator for your momentum shift and for a front run. You know. Anyway, if you want to learn how to trade this stuff, you can come follow us and join us. Got a few more. We had Lucid, GameStop, AMC, Moderna, Mrna, and Riot were doing good. Coin. Mrna and Riot had a really nice day. Mrna and Riot. Mrna was up pretty good here by about noon. I think it was 12:15. Mrna had a real nice day. 51.50 on up to $57 almost. 56.80 it hit. Real nice move. And you know, again, being Friday with those options expiring today, not too bad on those Lotto Fridays. $1.12 to $4.50. These were 76 to 380. You know, pretty nice, real nice slow grind. Easy to get out of, lots of volume. Riot pretty much the same thing. Real nice move out of the gate on up to about lunchtime. LAC had a good day. I see it moving after hours here. LAC is up 482 on the day. Had a nice move, nice slow steady grind. CEI I saw moving a few minutes ago, 20%. 122. I thought CEI had a lot of volume this morning pre-market. A lot of dark pool prints. I think there was like 34 million in dark pool prints in the pre-market. It's not showing up here on E-Trade. It doesn't show up on the pre-market dark pools. But really nice breakout. Nothing huge, but you know, you're buying on something like this. You're buying 5 or 10,000 shares. You got $1.22. Break it all the way $1.59 here. Nice move after hours on CEI. Big one on the small caps, the AUR. I know Nick's been in this for a while, since about $10. Went on up to $17.77 today. This one here, I mean, I was going over this with some members after hours. Had a real nice move after hours here yesterday, and then it went today really good. Opened up here 1178. It ran all the way up here to 1777 high. But on this first run, these are those lotto days when you don't need a huge account. Again, things breaking out 1250. These 1250s, if you look at these, had a low of 30 cents. They opened at 30 and they ripped in about 20 minutes. They ripped all the way to 450. Again, you don't need a lot of money to make money. Did have a pretty big pullback here and then a nice bounce again, but this is your trade right here in the morning. You're catching these moves on that big run out of the gate. AUR on the weekly. Stocks ripping pretty nice. Real nice move. I think it halted twice here. Had 2 halts. But easy trade if you're playing these lottos. These things are up. If you're looking at those things, look at how much they're up. 1,800%. The out of the money ones, I don't usually go that far out of the money, but these 15s went 2,500%. They were at 10 cents to 255 right here. 10 cents to 255. So nice day on that. If you're looking at the momentum shift, I was going over that with some members after hours. So here's the momentum here. What I'm looking at is unusual option activity. Here's a month. Now you had some volume back here, but you see this huge volume here. You got about 5 times daily average here, and you had 7,200 yesterday traded. Okay, so you got 7,200 contracts. They're loading the boat here at a quarter. This thing, you know, the high on this thing yesterday was like 28, 29 right here. And then look what happens, it explodes. So I'm watching this unusual option activity prior day. They had some on the 1250s and the 15s. 15s didn't have a whole lot, but today they had, you know, over 10,000 traded today, 10,600. So you're looking at this, there's no volume here, and all of a sudden yesterday you get about 1900 traded, and then this thing explodes. So trying to look where they're front loading this. I want to be where all the volume is, where everybody's playing, which is right here. The 1250 is a sweet spot. So anyway, that's about it. We had some other things going, some winners, some losers. Gush was another one that was on the list I was watching, and our penny stocks, a lot of them red today. A lot of the penny stocks red. I'm still sitting in the same ones I've had for about a week. Gush had a nice day. As this is the bull oil and gas, S&P oil and gas. Okay, this is a bull ETF. Now this is if you're looking at this consolidation here, again, this is what the style I trade. So you got a double top here. Okay, you got one here, 10.25 and 11.8. Okay, you got a double top here, but look at momentum. So here's my momentum trade. Is coming out of this thing. See, this momentum's coming down. So this divergence is all negative, and then you get your big flush. Especially when you get under, you got a few things going here. You got a high here. Divergence is coming down to the zero line. Okay, so it's on the divergence getting down here to zero. You know, you bust through it here. You get a big flush, big candle down. But you're getting, what you're doing is you're testing this VPOC, which is about 113.35. So you got 1, 2, 3 days here. You're going from 113, 20s, 30s, all the way down to $94 on this. And that's that momentum flush. So that's what we're looking for, front running these type of plays. And here's the 17. You're under the 17. You got no wicks, no wicks, no wicks. Come down here. You're not even testing the 17 on the 15, nor the 10. Don't even, you test it right here once, and you finish down pretty much at the lows of the day almost. So just keep an eye on that, those divergences for your plays that you're trying to front run some of these. That's about it. I've seen a couple things moving after hours. NVIDIA was moving a little bit. If you're looking at the after hours trade, had a little pop here, pulling back now. CRMD, no volume. I want these things to have volume if I'm trading them after hours. XLRN, little bounce, 178 on up to 179, nothing major there. Neo was hitting scanner. Neo had a nice move, 38.70s all the way to 39.90s. So if you're trading after hours, run your scanners and trade after hours on these. You got to highlight. A lot of people are asking me, you got to highlight extended hours on E-Trade Pro. That's all. So, but Apple had a nice day. Went over Apple. We've been over Apple the last 3 days in a row. So Apple's had a nice few days. Dark pool prints Wednesday morning, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So Wednesday pre-market, a lot of dark pool prints. That was posted. This thing went 151 all the way to 160 and a half, almost to 160. Yeah, 161 today actually hit. So, you know, nice $10 move, $11 move in 3 days on Apple. And again, those calls today, a lot of Fridays, they're pretty cheap to get in. Had a real nice clean pattern. You know, no big gap ups or big gap downs here. If you're looking at the right here on the daily, easy entry, inside bar entry, Wednesday morning dark pools right after this inside bar. So Wednesday mornings right here, nice 3 days, all green, no moving averages touching. You're over to 2, over to 4, over to 6, over to 17. Momentum shifting over to 0. So several confirmations on your long for that. So, and if you want to follow us at Off the Chart Trading on Facebook, or if you want to go to our website, offthecharttrading.com. Just reach out to somebody, Nick or Ed or myself. If you guys are interested in trading, come join us. Feel free to follow us. All right, you guys have a great weekend. Next weekend is a short week with Thanksgiving. So I'll talk to you guys later. If you need any help, just reach out.